Have you ever sat on the stepped terraces of Mandela National Stadium to watch a football match and wondered who first came up with the idea for this kind of seating? We walk past these structures every day, the sweeping, tiered viewing areas in local sports arenas, or the massive stone pillars standing at the entrance of a high court or large cathedral. These specific architectural designs didn't start here in modern times. They were invented thousands of years ago across the world. They were created by the people of ancient Greece. This was a culture absolutely obsessed with mathematical balance, visual beauty, and human physical perfection. Once you learn how to spot these ancient Greek ideas, you will start to see the hidden blueprints beneath our modern world. Think about the physical challenge of building a massive stone temple for a god. You have a roof that weighs thousands of kilograms, but you do not have modern steel or concrete to hold it up. The Greek solution was to construct thick, heavy stone pillars to carry the weight. Over time, these highly functional supports became a canvas for beautiful carvings. Ancient builders categorized their columns into three distinct orders, and the easiest way to tell them apart is to look straight at the decorative top, or the capital, of each pillar. The simplest style is the Doric order. It has a completely flat, plain top. If you look at older colonial-style school buildings or government offices here in Uganda, you will often spot these sturdy, unadorned pillars. The second style is the Ionic order. It features two carved spirals that curl inward, looking like an open parchment scroll or ram's horns. The third and thinnest style is the Corinthian order. The top is covered in intricate, jagged carvings of leaves and flowers. This is the highly decorated style you'll notice inside grand places like Rubaga Cathedral. These pillars solve a practical engineering problem by holding the roof up, while simultaneously projecting a sense of power and stability to anyone walking through the doors. The Greeks also invented drama and theater, which created another massive engineering problem. How do you make sure tens of thousands of people can clearly see and hear a performance when microphones and digital screens do not exist? They built what is called an amphitheater. They carved sweeping, semicircular rows of stepped seating directly into hillsides, looking down at a flat central stage. This diagram shows how the curve acts exactly like a funnel. The bowl shape carries unamplified sound waves perfectly upward to the back row. The steep steps also guarantee a clear sightline, ensuring your view is never blocked by the person in front. This exact mathematical design is the blueprint used to build the stepped viewing terraces of modern sports arenas, like Nambule Stadium. Anytime we gather in massive crowds to cheer for a team or watch a concert, we rely entirely on crowd-control geometry worked out by ancient architects. We can see this same ancient influence in how we view ourselves. Today, people constantly use digital filters on their smartphones to smooth over wrinkles or adjust their body shape. The ancient Greeks actually invented the concept of the filter long before cameras existed. They just did it using solid stone. They practiced an artistic concept called idealism. This meant carving humans exactly as people wish they looked, flawless, youthful, and physically perfect, rather than how they actually appeared in reality. In the early days, known as the Archaic period, they hadn't quite figured out how to make this look natural. The resulting statues were incredibly stiff, locked into completely straight, rigid poses. But by the classical period, sculptors achieved that ideal perfection. They carved flawless bodies, standing in calm, relaxed, and remarkably lifelike poses. They focused very heavily on sculpting naked, muscular athletes, because they were the inventors of the Olympic Games. They believed that supreme physical fitness was a literal offering to their gods. This dedication to flawless storytelling applied to everything. They painted these idealized athletes and gods in striking black and red colors right onto the everyday clay pots they used to store your drinking water and olive oil. Our modern habit of curating and presenting a completely flawless version of ourselves to the world is a direct continuation of that Greek artistic philosophy. The heavy pillars guarding our courts, the steep acoustic seating of our stadiums, and the desire for perfect portraits on our screens traces back to this single ancient culture. These architectural and artistic choices demonstrate how a single creative spark can cross continents and hold its value for thousands of years. So the next time you walk past a local government building, a bank, or the main hall of your school, take a close look at the top of the pillars. Try to spot whether the builders used the simple Doric, the curled Ionic, or the leafy Corinthian style. Human creativity truly lasts. The brilliant ideas of ancient Greece are still alive right now, quietly holding up the ceilings in Uganda today.